Should have pitched the extra strand. Alright, don't draw out of this. He just drew a million cards. Don't draw out of this. Ah, basic forest, no! Popped ourselves for 3. Oh, did I put the 3 on top? No! We're gonna lose because we're gonna take damage from Bob. You're right. I put it in the wrong order. Freon. No. No. We should lose this, right? Because we back to basics, Tim. Do you think he's trying to break out? Do you think I'm supposed to play a second back to basics? He's trying to like abrupt decay this. I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe we should play a second one. Maybe we should play another one. See what he discards here. Ha! He didn't see us make our misplay. Scoop. Yeah, it definitely was. That was dumb. Well, either way, both of the cards I wanted to put back, I guess I should have put a strand back. I could have put back, like, Toxic Strand.
Where do we go? Nobody knows. Don't ever say
What deck is this? You want to see it, engineer? Okay. Sure. You got it, friend. This is called Greed Blade. We should have brought in the Council's Judgment. It worked out okay. The back to basics was backbreaking. Welcome back, Juice. I had literally no outs, even if I rip runner, black and green source. Card is good. We were talking about it. A lot of people underestimate back to basics. It's something that I think people should reconsider. I think it's a lot stronger than people realize. Yeah, well played, friend. Yeah, you would have needed to decay the I was thinking about casting a second back to basics because we were thinking, what if he decays the first one? As you can see, it's a pretty big strategy with the sideboard. It's a 3F. It's probably too many. Honestly, this should probably be just a 2F. Now, I'm sorry you had to be the victim of that. This should probably just be a 2 of back to basics, but I haven't thought of another sideboard card I want instead. I'm even running something weird like Blue Blast. I think Blue Blast got a lot better since Sneak Attack is back. It's just my 2 cents. Back to basics does do some nasty things to lands. But then again, they have Crows and Grip, so... They do have Crows and Grip. Submerge? I guess I could run a Submerge. For like Elves? Tarmogoofs? We gotta end on some Doomfins, though. That's what everybody came to watch, right? Me play Doomsday? That's what you guys wanted to see. Well, they can just make the token recur. Yeah. Yeah, they run Mox, so if they have enough Mox in, they don't really care. They do run a basic forest. Really, it's 2 basic forest? I've seen some builds only run the Singleton. Alright, here comes the Chalice, right? I'm trying to naturally discard the Grizzle, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Because we didn't see the Entomb. And we didn't see a Hand Aid spell either. Alright, Trinisphere. Chalice of the Void. Stoneforge. I don't care about that. That's a nice card. This will be a really slow Grizzle kill, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't think that Bat of Skull is gonna save you when I put you into the afterlife, friend. Alright, he's holding up Swords to Plowshares, right? Now this is where Reanimator would be like, oh, Swords to Plowshares, I have to play around that. I don't really care. We're gonna draw a lot of cards. It's kinda like my deck doesn't really care. I don't really care about a sword. And he can swords it. It's fine. I'm into cards though. Since I have a black floating, I'm considering. All right, show me Swords to Plowshares. Just show me. All right, draw and response. Now you let him take the Grizz, because we got another draw 7 on the way. Let's see what we can concoct with this. Alright, so I can set up another Grizzlebrand. We've got a Chrome Mox, we've got a Dark Ritual. Do I have a Thoughtseize? Yeah, I can just Thoughtseize myself. I'd rather Therapy myself though. Preserve life points. So I can Dark Rit, Therapy myself, name Grizzlebrand, reanimate the Grizzlebrand. Oh, we have the Emrakul in hand. Good call. No, he's at 20, dude. That doesn't kill him, Smogard. He's at 20. I'm not gonna hit him with the Emmy. I'm gonna go for the full kill, dude. I think we even saw Tendrils in my hand. Hang on. No, but I'll draw to it. No, I'm not doing Emrakul for you. I'm gonna draw more cards and fully kill. I'm gonna do a full kill, guys. I'm not doing the Emrakul. I'm doing another Grizzlebrand. That's why I run 2, so you don't lose to swords. Relax, team. Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing. We can get him this turn if we do this line. We can get him this turn. And what's nice is I cleared my pool. Draw. Oh, yeah. Such toast. Now, there's a small chance that I don't see the Lotus Petals, but I see the Children. To play around that, what you can do is you can, since we have a plethora of mana, you could play the Chrome Mox. By the way, this is going off with 1 land. Just pointing that out to you guys. Tinfin's is a terrifying deck. It's wonderful. What has he seen so far? He has seen... He's seen Goryo's. Let's make him think Goryo's. It's not important anymore at this point. This Ritual. And again, this is just to prevent... Because there's a chance that I don't hit the Lotus Petal, but I draw the Children of Corliss. So this is just a preventive measure. It's just a safety measure. It costs more mana, I'm not saying it's better, but it's just, there's a chance that you hit the Children, but you don't hit some Lotus Petals. It's a small chance, there's a playset, but I like this better. Let's bring him back. He sees the hand regardless to Noob Lord. It doesn't matter if he's seeing my hand, we can transform the sideboard. Draw again. So we prevented this potential. We drew a Lotus Spell anyway. Granted, that's after a shuffle. We did shuffle with the Entomb. I'm gonna save the Gataxians, because sometimes the Tendrils is like the very bottom of the deck. And we'll just draw a bunch here. So let's see if Tendrils is indeed the last card in the deck. There's the Tendrils. We're also gonna grab the information. I do want to see what his hand is like. We know it's a Batterskull. We're not going to draw any more cards, but... Okay, so he's some sort of... Mishra's Factory is indicative of standstill. He's some sort of standstill build. Some sort of standstill. Yeah, some sort of standstill. He's seen Entomb. We can exile an Entomb. At this point, it's moot. He's at 13. We don't have to store him for very much to kill. I mean, I could therapy here, which is funny. Exile the Grizzly. Take his batter skill. Send a message. Sometimes I like to send a message. You don't need this batter skill. Or I could, like, be a true troll and, like, name something like Abandon Hope. I'm not gonna do that. That's just mean. It's just mean. Just checking to see if we have any more spells I'd like to cast. Doesn't look like it. I mean, I could strip his hand, that's funny. But unnecessary. It's funny! It's unnecessary, but it's funny. Ever thought about playing M15 Squid? No, I haven't. He had a Caracas. Why didn't he play his Caracas? Would have prevented one of my, like, me connecting with the Grizzlebrand at least once. Now, you could loop the deck. You could actually... That was a loop if we needed to produce a more... a higher amount of Storm. We can do that. He might be new to the deck, Legion. Oh, it looks like he only had queued for one match. Oh. I wanted to sideboard into Doomfins, though. I wanted to get the Doomsday. Oh. Oh well. I thought that was going to be a full 3 matches. I was mistaken. Mistaken. But no, you saw that it's a really robust combo. It's cool. Granted, that was a really crappy hand to do it with, but I was getting there with only 1 land drop. That's pretty impressive. Is Jace too slow here? I think Jace just dies. That's kind of my opinion of Jace. There are more things in Legacy to kill. Now, Source of Plowshares is the premier removal spell. I'm not saying, you know, that Bolt's rampant. You're much more likely to have your Jace bolted in Modern, but people still run Bolt. Abrupt Decay. I'd rather just be immune to that kind of removal entirely game 1. And then they side it out, and then you can have cool things like Dark Confidant. If you have a Jace in the main Overmaster, then the opponent is like, oh, he's got Jaces, maybe I should keep this card in. Now, did you see how we didn't really care about the swords? We also might have won against a Caracas. You notice that my first Grizzlebrand didn't connect. Is Tin Fins a deck that can mulligan? Yeah, I would say we're able to mulligan a little more aggressively than Storm, which is nice. We don't need a lot of cards, we need the right cards. That's the difference, Lelouch. We don't necessarily need a lot of cards, but I need the right cards. Does that make sense? Whereas if you're playing something like a Nauseam Tendrils, you need yes, you could win on fewer cards if they're the right cards, but what I'm saying is they, typically speaking, need a larger influx. They need a larger hand of cards to go off with. Unless they can pull off the Ad Nauseam. Nah, I don't. I think the Jace is cute. Jace Fins. Is it worth it not to run Silence? I like Silence, Ghost Dad, but a lot of the time this stuff is just better. The thing is the therapies and the Thoughtseizes. I used to run a Silence. I cut it because the Thoughtseizes and the therapies are permission breakers if you name the right cards or you know the cards that are in their hand thanks to Gataxian Probe. Not to mention, these are also sort of a pseudo-entomb. Let's say you've got a Grizzle stuck in your hand. Let's say you've got an Emrakul stuck in your hand. Let's say you've got a Chill